contain multitudes more. I know are there any documentary filmmakers out here? Yes? Handful? Okay, good, good. Are there any coders here? Are any developers here? Web coders? No? One? He's going to be the most popular guy. For a very long time, documentary has been kind of constrained in this format of 90 minutes, and we love the feature-length narrative documentary. Of course, it's a beautiful format. But as a filmmaker myself, and I know many other filmmakers, it's always a sense of confining the subject, making it a little bit smaller than it is, and maybe there's ways online to do things that can be express the broadness of interactive documentaries. And along with that sort of openness comes many problems as well. It's not just all good in the world of interactive documentary. There's also lots of challenges and problems that come out of this form. But it does offer this sort of open narrative platform. These are some other words. Transmedia, participatory, data visualization, location-based technology, media book. So many different words are used to describe things that are happening in interactive documentary right now, but what I'm thinking about this interactive is something that encourages choice and play, whereas some things that are participatory or transmedia oriented, told in different platforms, these kind of storytellings are a little bit different. Each of these has very nuance, but when it comes down to it, we're thinking it's on the web, right? This is web-based documentary. I think that's the simplest way to think about it. It's a documentary you can receive online. We already had some examples here. So, some ideas about what's important about web-based documentary is that it's really at a moment in invention. So there's 100 years of filmmaking history that's happened, and here's a space that's really just opening up, and there's lots of new possibilities. There really has been, in the last, I'd say, 5 to 10 years, an explosion of creativity in this format. And so it's an opportunity to test things that haven't been done before and to see what works. And that's to say there's a lot that doesn't work. There's a lot of experiments that fail, but that's part of this process. Also distribution. So documentary always faces a lot of challenges in distribution. And interactive documentaries, web-based documentaries can open up that platform to broader audiences, and it's exciting to distributors because, say, public media distributors, for instance, these projects are available for a very long time. They, once a site launches, any one of us can go tonight and go look at it, but that's not the case when you have a broadcast, right? The broadcast happens at one moment, and then after that, if you missed it, you missed it. Maybe you find the DVD, maybe you have the theatrical, but it's this accessibility all the time through the internet that's I think exciting to a lot of people. Of course, not everybody has the high-speed internet quality that's necessary for this, and of course not everybody has the technology in their home to make this happen. So this is the sort of liability of that. A lot of people are interested in web-based documentary because it's contemporary, because it expresses something that's very much of the moment right now. 2013, the way that people are experiencing the world is often mediated through screens, often mediated through computers. So this is sort of working within the format that exists there to try to have us think differently about that space. And more I'm hearing about this concept of the slow web, sort of like slow food, right? Ways of slowing down the internet, making it more digestible, making it less like click, 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 and more a more kind of immersive experience. So these are just some ideas of why it's important. Maybe you have others. I'm going to show you now just a few projects really quickly for those of you who haven't experienced these. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I think we have everybody's email here today, so I have a long list of resources and references, and really, the best thing is to just go to these projects by yourself, so you don't have to write down really fast on these things. But I'll be sending them around to everybody, just a link with lots of resources to check out. The other thing I should mention before we jump into these projects is I think it really sucks to watch interactive documentaries on a big screen like this. It's just the wrong format, because it never really works. Like, you of course have to do this many times in these kind of presentations, but really these things are built for a sort of one-on-one experience, and you are making the choice. You are important in this scenario. So when I'm making the choice and when we're just looking at our screen, somehow the experience is quite diminished. So please keep that in mind. All right, we're going to look at the first one on takes. So, has anybody seen Whale Hunter?
No.
No? So this is a project by Jonathan Harris. It's from 2000, I think maybe 7? Sorry. And he's looking at a whale hunt. Oh, now I'll continue. It's a little bit, the size of the screen is a little small for it to be optimized. So Jonathan Harris went on an expedition, and he was looking for. He traveled to Alaska to go hunt a whale, and he took a picture every 5 minutes, automated or by himself, and he kind of paced these pictures out. He took some bio data, so what you see down here is sort of his excitement rate, his heart rate connected to the pictures, and also this intensity represents the frequency of pictures he took. So we look here. Now he's getting ready for his journey. Now he's actually out in the space. I'm going to have to scroll over it. Obviously, something gets pretty intense over here. So this project is quite a simple project, but it's a lot about the sort of specificity of the navigation and the ways of moving through a huge body of content. He's not editing this content. He's created more a system for its creation and allowing you to sort of edit it. And there's different ways to move through. You can explore from colors. Let me see. I'll pause it here. You have this mosaic mode, which shows you the whole trip in one screen. You have the timeline, which looks at it as a linear perspective and shows the different pictures. And then you have this pinwheel, which is looking at the different photos per 30 minutes. You can also look at it for each photo on the basis of color, on the basis of like the characters. Let's see if I can click to it. Can't catch it for some reason. It's moving too fast. In any case, so this is just a quick example of how Whale Hunter works. And this is like an older project. Now we'll look at high rise. This is my out my window. So high rise is a massive project, and it has many small projects inside. I think the most successful of the small projects is out my window. And here they're looking at the sort of idea of massive scale buildings all over the world and what it's like to live in high rises. And she has a very, Kat Zizek is the director of this film and this interactive documentary, and she has a very interesting process a participatory process of working with the people that are represented to sort of create these documentaries together. So even though it's based on the internet, she's working with many people. the NFB is the National Film Board of Canada, and they have really been innovators in this space and done a huge amount of work. The interactive projects here, there's probably 30 projects up there right now, and I would definitely encourage you to explore this one. We might be pushing the bandwidth, so if you're currently on the internet, maybe you can close down so we can have some more bandwidth here.